Hi guys, hope you're doing all right. So now it is your turn to do some writing, and today we're going to do two pieces on the theme of poverty and punishment, which I hope you've been looking through loads of these interesting things in the archives. Now I'm going to say the same as what I'd always say at the beginning of these things, which is you write what you want to write. What I'm going to give you is guidance to come up with poems, and if you follow it, you will come up with a poem. If you want to go off at a tangent, if you want to run with it in whichever way you want, then you go for it. This is about you being creative. Okay, so nothing is wrong. And also make sure you use colourful and descriptive and exciting language. You know, really go for it. Go for it. You can use your imagination. You can get fantastical with any of this. Okay, that's what it's about. It's about having fun with it. Right? Got that? Good. Our first piece is going to be a letter to a prisoner. So it's you writing a letter from you now to a prisoner that you have found in the archives. It's not going to be an ordinary letter, it is a poem letter. And in that poem letter are going to be 5 things that you will send that prisoner to make their life a little bit easier. Okay, because it's a horrible time in those old jails. My prisoner I chose to write to was Edgar Kilminster, that little boy I told you about who stole sweets and was sent to Gloucester jail at the age of 7. I thought he needed a bit of cheering up, so I'm going to write a letter to him. You can write a letter to him. You could write a letter to Sarah, the girl I told you about, or you could write to any prisoner that you have found that somehow stuck out to you. So my poem and your poem is going to begin with the words dear and then the name of your prisoner. Right? Dear Edgar, I am sorry to hear that you are in prison. That's my opening line. So I want you to write that, pause the video and write that, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so you've done that first bit. Dear, I'm sorry to hear you're in prison. Next line, well, next section is going to begin, from the future, I will send. So write that down. From the future, I will send. And then we are going to send 5 things, and those 5 things we're going to have one from each of our senses. If you remember, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting and touching. Right, so you are going to send your prisoner not 5 actual things, but a smell, a sound, a taste, something they can see and something they can touch. Right? So it might be the smell of, I sent Edgar the smell of KFC. So I thought, well, that's going to be nice, isn't it? Smell of KFC. Right? I sent him the taste of the sweet and sour fizzy taste of a big bag of Haribo. Right, Edgar obviously likes sweets. That's what he gets sent to jail for nicking. So I'm going to send him the taste of some really nice sweets. I'm going to send him the smell of KFC. I'm going to send him the sound of your cell door opening forever. Right? He'd like that. And I'm going to send him the sight of Gloucester Prison being demolished. He's going to love that as well. And it is, parts of it are being demolished at the moment to build something else. So the site of Gloucester Prison being demolished is something I can send him from the future that he's going to really like. Okay, so I want 4 of those senses. And then the last one, which is the touch of something, that is going to be a thing. Right? That is going to be a thing. Something that they can use. That's the only one that is an actual object, right? So I sent Edgar a big metal plate to shove down your trousers and stop the sting of the birch. Whack! Right? So I sent him a bit of metal he can shove down his trousers, so when they whack him with the stick, which is what they did, it won't hurt. Right? So the last one is going to be a thing, and I want you to explain why you're sending them the thing that you are sending them. Right? It could be something really practical, like I just sent to Edgar, or it could be something that you think would be, you know, would really make a difference to their lives. Okay? Could even be a file to file the bars away so they can escape. Whatever you want, right? Okay, so it's going to be, dear, the name of your prisoner, I am sorry to hear that you are in prison. From the future, I will send, and then 5 things. 5 things. And the last one, the thing you touch, is going to be a real object. Okay, that's your poem. Off you go, and I'll see you on the other side.